Next, I would like to welcome Cynthia Warner, CJ. She's the lead independent director for Sempra Energy. CJ will be introducing our next outstanding director, Debora Frodl. Let's give CJ a warm welcome.
Thank you, Allison, and good evening, all. It is my express pleasure to introduce Deb Frodl to you tonight, our Outstanding Director of the Year. During my tenure as CEO of Renewable Energy Group, Deb was a trusted advisor to me and a true leader on the board. She was everything a CEO wants in a board member. She supported me, but hardly a pushover. She was also regularly challenging me. She spoke up on difficult matters where others weren't sure how to wade in. She brought inspiration and great ideas to the table, and she was always willing to give something extra. One of my first memories of Deb is how enthusiastic our executives were about her visits to the company and the specific contributions that she had provided to them. Now, anyone who's a board member and executive knows that that is not always the case. Deb brought impeachable professionalism to our board. Her energy, her insight, and her innovative spirit helped us expand and effectively communicate our brand, and she helped us forge valuable commercial relationships. Deb consistently drew upon her deep experience, her industry knowledge, and her global network to support our corporate strategy development and to strengthen both our company and our board. During her tenure, Deb chaired our nomination and ESG committee. In that role, she demonstrated the value of instilling processes, planning for CEO and board succession, and enhancing diversity for both the board and the company. In one very memorable example of the positive difference that she made, Deb demonstrated true leadership in bringing forward a set of suggested improvements to board protocols and practices. Now, recognizing that change is not always immediately welcome, she provided benchmarks, examples, and illustrative scenarios to help the board envision why the changes, even if they were challenging, were going to be worth it. I observed Deb with admiration as she led with a willingness to listen and let the group help to shape things together. But she did so with graceful persistence. Deb's change agency brought real value to the board, and we at Renewable Energy Group will always value and appreciate her leadership. Deb has taken her commitment and her knowledge to other clean energy corporate boards as well. She currently serves on the ITC Holdings Corporation board. CEO Linda Apsey shared that Deb was able to apply macro trends, unique approaches, and ideas on how to collaborate with other external entities to inform strategy. Clearly, Deb makes an impact everywhere she goes. I'm so proud of her and so pleased at this well-deserved recognition. And now, here to tell you of her journey in her own words is Deb Frodl.
Thank you, CJ, for that kind introduction. Renewable Energy Group was my first corporate board, and it feels like I've come full circle with having you introduce me this evening, so thank you so much. Thank you to Twin City Business for this award and your dedication to corporate board work. It is truly an honor and such a humbling experience to be recognized alongside of the impressive group of directors. During my 28 years at General Electric, I had the opportunities to lead global and local businesses, build teams, forge strategies, but one of the most impactful opportunities was as the Global Executive Director of EcoImagination, GE's Clean Energy Innovation and Sustainability Strategy. I worked across the business to develop new technologies that customers needed, and I helped GE reduce its own carbon footprint. This experience inspired me, and it created a passion for the energy transformation. And I have carried that passion with me in my corporate board work by serving on 2 corporate boards with local presence, ITC Holding Corporation, and previously Renewable Energy Group. Now, most of us don't think about the global electricity system as long as the lights are on, but it's in the midst of a profound transformation that will positively impact all of us in this room. This transformation will utilize new technologies and local energy resources like wind and solar and biomass to help us decarbonize the system further. And key decisions about how energy will be produced and used will be in the hands of us as consumers, and so we all will have a role to help reduce carbon and create a better world. This is work I believe in and work I wanted to continue after my retirement from GE. So with the help of my network, I built a diverse board portfolio of companies that had a shared mission to accelerate the energy transition. And although my 4 boards and my 4 companies are incredibly different, the unique and unifying purpose really allowed me to bring my expertise, thought leadership, and best practices into the boardroom. And I am so proud of the management teams on the boards that I serve, because they have done an amazing job navigating changing market dynamics and complexities, but still driving positive outcomes. ITC Holdings Corporation is a world-class organization. They are delivering safe, reliable, and affordable electricity to the Midwest. By partnering with Xcel on a new transmission line, we now have increased access to low-cost renewable energy in Minnesota and Iowa. Also, it's expanding its footprint into geographic footprint into Wisconsin as well. ITC is truly leading the way on the energy transition. Renewable Energy Group was acquired last year by Chevron to further scale the global renewable fuels market to help decarbonize both energy and transportation. And Spring Valley Acquisition Corporation merged and IPO'd with NuScale Power, the world's first small modular reactor technology, safer, simpler, lower cost than conventional, with less waste. All of this has been so fulfilling in my career journey to serve on these boards, and my goal is to be a role model and inspire the next generation. So as I come to the end of my talk, I'd like to close how I started with a few thank yous. I'd like to thank Ann Sample, CEO of Navigate Forward, for her leadership and her support. Her and Patty O'Leary have been tremendous strategic partners of mine throughout my board journey. I'd like to thank my husband and my family, my husband Michael and my family, for your love and encouragement. Family is essential to my desire to leave the world a little bit better than I found it. And I'd love to thank all of you for coming tonight. This is just, I'm so grateful to be here. So thank you so much.